Alright guys, so this is the last day of September. We had highs here at the end of the month around the 26th, 27th. Looks like it ended up being right there on the 26th. So pretty much nailed that. Had a low here on the 5th. Pretty much nailed that. We had some other possible locations where they could have been, but that was pretty much where we indicated most probable location for the low, most probable location for the high. So pretty much nailed that. Really great opportunity on the 5th to open up a long position, which was the overall theme for the month. Decline offering opportunity to open up a long position, right? On the 1st, we were up here, we declined pretty hard, offering opportunity to open up a long position, and we came right back. If you follow along with our Mercury retrograde strategy that we enact every Mercury retrograde, which is 3 times a year, we've been following the Mercury retrograde in relation to the S&P 500 specifically since 2007 when we were a stockbroker on Wall Street. So back on the 5th, we drew this, and it looks like we basically fulfilled this. Well, we stretched this out a little bit, but the range was to be within here. And so what we should see based on the Mercury retrograde strategy. So here on the 5th, we drew this green line, and you can see all of that came to fruition. We drew this whole green line and this red line on the 5th. With a minor adjustment, because we went a little higher than I expected. What we should see is this move to the downside. Now, what I think probably happened, you notice this time frame is truncated in comparison to this time frame. And then again, remember you've got weekends that can throw the pattern off. What I think has happened is we had here something, we missed probably that first drop. It's out, it like didn't make it to the pattern. Interesting. Well, in any case, what I think we're at is like roughly right here. So most likely what we have is this sharp drop over the weekend. Something else that's indicating that when we look at the September reading, which, guys, if you were on the free newsletter on our website, you would have seen the September reading, like, I mean, God, probably the first week of August. Just go to our website right on the homepage. It's a free newsletter. Sign up. You also get information about our Investor Profit University that we're now signing up for. But what I see here is over the weekend, this sharp drop from a high, and it looks like overall a bullish day on the 3rd. But what I think probably happens when we got this low here, this is the cross-reading congruency. This is the September low card on the 2024 reading, right? So if you're new to the channel, what I mean is when you go to the 1-year reading for September, the cluster right here is the September cluster. The low significator card for the month of September is the Queen of Wands. It's a cross-reading congruency because we've got it taking place here within close proximity to where I think there's probably a lot of this. This
Market
is a double
data connection
loss actually, because this card is also the sneak preview card from August.
Market data connection re-established.
That was so weird. I felt like I heard somebody talking. So right now, what I think probably is happening, we're gonna finish off to the upside. But probably right before the close or at the close, there's a sharp drop from key resistance.
Market data connection lost.
We could be at it now. It's possible that we're there now. This is a significant high.
Market data connection re-established.
But we do have an hour to go, so there's probably more to go to the upside. But I think we will then decline a little bit. Probably right before the close, there'll be a sharp drop. If not, even so, over the weekend, I think probably we got the full card here. The sneak preview card is correlating to a trade opportunity, right? And then here it is again, a cross-trading congruency taking place. Hey, it was luck. Hermes is taking a nap. Based on Mercury retrograde strategy, it's very unlikely that we go higher than what we've already seen here. So right now I'm holding 561 put, and I got in a little bit hastily into a 558. 558. Let me see. Yeah, 558. But they're like long-term expiration, especially for a short position, expiring out on the 20th. Because I'm anticipating this move, this overall move. But remember, guys, it's not going to be exact, and there could be big days that were lined up with the weekend that could, like, the weekends will throw off the pattern. So like it might not have been here, but it's not on a weekend here, so you'll see the big move kind of deal. And I think that's probably something that's happened here. It's truncated. We didn't get that drop right at the start of the pattern. Overall, I think probably still to the downside into the 11th, because when we look at the September reading, on the 11th, we've got high and low indicators, but more so to the downside is my sense. If this right here isn't the low, hard to say. It depends on how far we go. The 6th is most likely lower than the 3rd. So if we don't have a sharp drop over the holiday weekend, I would say I'd hold my short until the 6th. It gets a little dicey here. I don't like to have alternates when I'm making a trade. Like, I don't like to see alternate patterns, because usually what it means is there's like energies that are fighting each other. You either get like flat or you get like wild. Very difficult to pinpoint where the highs and the lows are when you're seeing them multiple times, or you're coming close to them multiple times. So I probably would exit there early in the day on the 6th. For Bitcoin here. There's my Bitcoin. Yeah, okay, so this is actually looking like it's coming to fruition here. And we got the same thing going on. We got highs and lows around the 10th, 11th. Very interesting. There's probably some price swinging going on there, but hard to say which one of those is going to come to fruition. I don't see huge swing cards. If I saw huge swing cards, it would make me think more likely there is the high and the low there, but probably it's just going to be like a prominent peak or trough, and one of them's a high or low, like, and the other one's just a prominent peak or trough. So Bitcoin, you could probably play either direction at this point. If you're more of a long-term type of player, you want to be long, but there is more downside, I think. If you're more of a short-term player, I probably want to be to the downside and look to exit when we were in this ready lips, the smaller ready lips here, around the 11th. That's where I'd want to get into a long position either way. I wouldn't want to play both directions on the 11th. I'd want to be bullish on the 11th to go into this high that we'll see here. Can I guide on XLF, first and second week of September, more overall bullish or bearish? This is a link that you would get as an in the Angel Investor Discord channel or as a total access member. Wow, this looks really bullish. Wow. Although it does look toppy, actually. It does look toppy. I just wouldn't have expected XLF to break through its high from mid-July. Interesting. Me personally, I'm probably just going to get out of my short positions on the next big move to the downside. I'll just take that profit. Because of that kind of like weird high-low conflicting energy
lost.
going on around the 11th. Just to be on the safe side. It's always safer. Or it's always
Market
smart
data
to be
connection
safe, guys. Like, you gotta
reestablished.
understand, there's a difference. Like when you're making money, like there's always more money that can be made, right? But when you're losing money, there's only so much money that can be lost, right? Like you can only come back from so many losses, right? So rule number one is to protect your capital. It's not to make money, it's to protect your capital. Rule number two is buy low, sell high.
Hey buddy, here you are.
So the next 2 weeks for XLF, let's see. Overall bullish or bearish. Well, how about for the month of September, XLF? Hermes, kiss the cards.
Good boy.
Can you sit down now? Little noodle. Thank you. We rally into a key resistance, so in this case, it looks like we probably we'll probably create that resistance and then we decline with consecutively lower spikes up on the way down. That's overall for September. On a weekly basis, he just sits down right in the middle of my lap. Like clockwork. As soon as he hears me talking to you guys, it's so funny. When I'm just sitting here quietly, he never sits on my lap. Only when I'm talking. Really interesting. I don't know why that is. Alright, by the week. Yeah, so it looks like it's that first week of September where we have this like failed attempt at resistance. So we probably drop over the weekend here, and then this is like creates resistance where we are. And in the first week of September, we rally into it, fail to break through it, and then break down through key support. Then it's kind of like sidewaysy in the second week. We establish support in the third week with some sideways movement, and then a big move to the upside, and then sideways movement at a higher price level. And then in the fourth week, looks like a pretty big move to the upside on a multi-day scale, or like on a 1 year chart scale. That was XLF, my friends. If you're just joining us. Guys, this is officially our first members only mode. Meaning that if you're not a member of the channel, you're not able to ask questions. It's only for members at this point. And we've got a new schedule. So if you're just joining us, you're not on the mailing list. The schedule is as follows. We're going to be doing 9 to 10 a.m. Eastern Time on Mondays and Wednesdays. We're going to do Mondays and Thursdays, excuse me. And then we're going to do On Tuesdays and Fridays, we're going to do between 3 and 4 p.m. Eastern. Wednesdays and Saturdays, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. So that'll be our regular schedule. Hopefully we can have more people interact with us. Can I guide on Apple and the VIX for the next 2 weeks in September? Just so happens I have an Apple read-in for September. We've got Tesla dailies coming out for September very, very shortly. You need to be a monthly access subscriber or a total access subscriber to get access to the paid version of those. The link to the live trading view chart for the Apple is one that you would get in the all paid Discord channels, or the monthly access subscriber Discord channels, I should say. We changed the name of the subscription. It's now called the monthly access subscription. Interesting. The September Apple looks quite different than a lot of the Septembers that I'm seeing. But we've got that over on the 10th, 11th. We've got like this high-low situation going on. We got a significant low here at the end of the week, the first week. Significant peak at the beginning of the week, and then on the Thursday. And it's possible we have a highest high for the month here on the 5th, and or on the 10th. Overall, it's looking pretty bearish. After like the first couple of days of like back and forth movement going on, it looks pretty bearish in the first 2 weeks for Apple. The VIX. Can I do a VIX on this? I wonder. I must be able to. I wonder which one I should use. I think it's CBOE. Well, that's, I guess, more for, it's related more to options, so, look at that spike we got there on the 5th. All right, so overall for September, the VIX should probably start covering this like regularly. Overall, it's to the downside, increasing with momentum moving forward into the month. Yeah, there's a reversal. There's probably like a peak and reversal in the first week here. And then the VIX declines in the second week, but ends with a fast 7 move higher. That decline ends with a fast 7 move higher in the second week as well. So I think there's probably, I get the fortune card for the first week, there's probably significant fear of some kind in the market on that first week of September. Yeah, so as I expected, we're going to have this high here at the end of the day. We're getting pretty close now. We've got about 40 minutes left, 35 minutes left. I think we'll probably see a drop off of a high in the next maybe 10 minutes or so. What's interesting is that these ruins, these are trade ruins, except for this one in the middle. These are trade ruins, and they're kind of like in precarious locations, making it difficult to kind of overall determine how to place a trade there. That's why I didn't discuss opening up a long here for the end of day. It just was too difficult to read. Hermes, off of my keyboard, please. Thank you. Right, but this trade opportunity, the correlation to the sneak preview card, and then it appearing here in conjunction with the full card, really indicating to me that we've got a drop here. The third is also another difficult day to read, just based on the nullification of both the high and the low cards. So if you're new to the channel, these cards going across the screen are timeline cards. This is a card signifying high energy. This is a card signifying low energy. So where the relationships are on the timeline, where they have a relationship to a card on the timeline, that indicates the event or the low or the high taking place around that time. When they're both nullified, it means there's no relationship on the timeline, making it very difficult to determine that. I think it's probably to the downside at the end of the day, though. We've got Ace of Discs energy there on the third as well. So this is like this is an identical trade opportunity to the trade opportunity at the beginning of the day, which was take profits on long positions. I waited too long. I was kind of sleepy this morning, but I waited so long. I should have gotten out right at the start of the day for that long position. I didn't take really a big loss. It was like $30, but you know, I saw that I'd missed it, so I got out early, like before all of this happened. In any case, if you're holding along, this would be your opportunity to close out. I would say right here at this black line on our chart is the unicursal hexagram from 821, which is basically, it's been kind of like the level that we're trying to break through and failing, right? Which was marked off right here. Like, it was the first time we hit it, and then it was marked off by a unicursal hexagram. It's not like we waited over here to hit it. It was literally the first time we hit it, and then boom, it marked the level for us. That's how you use unicursal. You good boy, Hermes. I gotta get you like a chair so you can sit right here next to me. So this is also probably a good place to open up a short. I wouldn't open up like a big short just to be careful, you know, but probably a good spot to open up a short position for over the weekend. Thank you.
Order filled.
Interesting, I don't have that marked there. So this is talking about this move to the upside for the day before a sell-off. Yeah, I feel pretty strongly it's to the downside here, guys. Like opening up an at the money put here wouldn't be a bad idea. Don't do out of the money puts. It's just a really bad way to trade with SOMeta. Just don't do it. Out of the money is a really bad idea, my friends. Speaking from 25 years of experience, don't do it. That one time that you make money doing it will make you like, oh man, let's do it again. Don't do it. Just don't do it. You should think about it like this. The more you spend on an option, the more likely you are to make money from it. The less you spend on the option, the more likely you are to lose that money. It's exactly how it's priced. GD. Do I mind guiding a GD next week and will SOL go lower in September than did in August? All right, let's take a look at GD first. Look, we've already turned around here on the 15-minute chart, guys. I mean, this is an important price level. This 561-ish, 562. That's why the unicursal appeared there when it did. The VIX is another one. You need total access for that one, or at Angel Investor Discord to get the link for the live updated chart. I'm gonna come back to that VIX though, because I want to mark on it, make some marks on this. Matter of fact, let me just do that first. You go down, buddy? I'm gonna come back to this one. The VIX is a tricky one. We'll come back to that. GD. Excuse me. GD. Something like that, probably. Like that. Something like that. Probably too big, actually. You need total access for this one as well. I wish you guys could listen to the music that I listen to. I feel like it would make the live so much better. This is a link you would get from the. Matter of fact, we're going to add quite a few tickers to the monthly access, the paid versions. Going back to like the number that we had, roughly the same number that we had before we had to drop tickers, because we're changing the format. We're doing shorts, truncated shorts for the paid versions of our monthly access videos now. Which means that it's like a short video which gives you the highs, the lows, and the best trades, and leaves out all of the stuff that makes the long video long. Only for people with the monthly access subscription, as well as the tickers, the links to the live updated trading view charts for those tickers. Sol will be one of those. So will Sol go lower in September? The Solana 1-year reading was created 9/3/23, 2023. Oh, I read it open slowly. No, this is going, well, okay, so the very end, it looks like the end of the month of August, there's a sharp decline. But this decline is offering opportunity to open up a long position. We most likely have a high here in September, like a year's high in September, thus a year's high thus far, I should say. So September, like mid-September, we should be up here. If you're new to the channel, guys, the green ellipses indicate where I think we'll have like a peak. So like this would be like what you would expect from a what you would expect the chart to look like when it gets there. These are like what I expect, something along those lines at that price level, right? So with that said, should be somewhere in there. As far as how low we go, it is the Ace of Cups there. There's a unicursal at the end of the month. And you see we had a significant low that took place there in July as well. That was that spike into the beginning of August. Wow, Siri is so annoying. Like, I say your name, she doesn't do anything. But when I'm like talking, she interrupts all of my music. Come on, man. Thank you. And here she is again. My God. What the heck? Why does she keep coming up? There's not even any sound. Ugh, so annoying. AV. So will it go lower? If it goes lower, it's going to be like the first week there of September. Hard to say. So let me see. Yeah, we go. I think we do go lower. I got just a clairvoyant impression about that. Somewhere in here, it's not going as low as we did. So a red ellipse is kind of like the opposite of the green ellipse. It's where I expect the price to go, but like create like a trough or a low of some kind. finish off somewhere in there. So there's a pretty good bullish trade opportunity in this, guys. Magus card at the September low. That's a good trade opportunity combined with the Princess of Cups. Yeah, this is a good one. I just had to put that out there for my guys with the alerts. So we're pretty close to an entry point. Sometime next week is my sense. ML recover in will ML recover in September or October? ML? Yeah, it looks like this one's going lower in September. But it does rally in October, excuse me. October or November? It has a significant rally in October. But there's more to the downside before that here in ML. Hopefully that helps you, my friends. Alright, so we're coming up on the close here, guys. If you just joined with us, right at these price levels is where you'd want to be closing out of longs and opening up shorts. Strong possibility of a sharp drop over the weekend. If you have your expiration out here like the 20th, you're going to be super safe, because if there isn't opportunity here on the 3rd, there's opportunity on the 6th. If there's not opportunity on the 6th, there's opportunity on the 9th. If there's not on the 9th, there's very likely on the 11th. But you don't want to wait for those. You want to get out of the earliest one. So I like those type of short trades when there's a lot of possibility of like there are multiple places to exit in case you're wrong about one, you know? But basically where I think we are when looking at the Mercury retrograde strategy, we're kind of like in this area right here. So most likely we're going to have a drop here. That's why we've got this at these levels. We've got the Princess of Discs, the Ace of Discs, both at the highs here. And this black line here is all the way back from the 21st of August when the unicursal first indicated that price level as an important price level. When you look at it on a 1 month, guys, the 21st, that was the first time we hit that price level. Immediately unicursal indicates it. as an important level. And what do? We started going sideways, trying to break through it without breaking through it. So there should be a turnaround here with a movement to the downside, guys. I'm not sure if I'm not sure if we're going to go as low as this, based on the fact that we didn't have that first drop here right at the start. And that's going to happen. It's truncated, guys. You know, it's the same amount of sky space in a shorter period of time. Hopefully that makes sense. But we got about 10 minutes here, guys. Still good opportunity to get into a short position. Might even go a little higher here. It looks like here at the before we have a turnaround. If we do go higher here, then I would say at the close there's going to be a sharp drop into the post market. Yeah, I even have this cross-reading congruency at the very end of the month, or across, kind of like a secondary energy, but it's interesting. You see how they're scattered throughout the reading. We have them here at the beginning of the month near highs, and then they're not there throughout the month, and then they come back when we hit this price level here on the 21st, and we see them several times near the highs. That's how it works. If we hit that price level of the previous high, I'd say there's a real big drop coming over the weekend or over the holiday weekend based on that. It looks like we might have just, no, we're still shy of it. Definitely utilize this opportunity and get into a short if you haven't done so. When's a good time to enter ASTS? AV, like what time horizon? Like a long-term hold? I got the Aeon card. Guys, if you don't know this about our channel, all you got to do is sign up free and you have access to our tarot carriage database. It doesn't have everything the book has. The book doesn't even have everything anymore, but there's still a ton of data here. All free to check out. It looks like between October 21st and November 2nd is where you'd want to enter into what is it called? ASTS, Space Mobile. Interesting. Wow, it's a pretty big move there from $2.50 or from $2. Pretty solid move. Yeah, that's what I gave you info for, like a multi-day, multi-month hold, buy and hold. Alright guys, with that said, I'm going to roll. Looks like we did take a pretty big move to the upside here into a high at the end of the day. Surprising that we went all the way that high, but it's there. And this is definitely opportunity because we've got significant indications of a sharp decline here over the weekend. So I would definitely take the opportunity to take profits on long positions and enter into a short position for over weekend swing trade. If you're doing options, look for an expiration out past the 20th. That way, if we're wrong about this exit, there's another one after that and another one after that. So there's several exits in case we're wrong about one or two of them, which unlikely, but it's always the best way to go to have backup just in case. So we got a lot of trades coming. I guess the next time I'll be live, guys, is going to be 8 p.m. Saturday night. 8 p.m. Saturday night, and then again on Monday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. And that's Eastern time, guys. So check me out at those times. And we've also got to buy we've also got to buy two 2025 one-year readings for $600. That's $400 off, guys. Your 2025 one-year readings. At the end of September, we will no longer be doing 2025 special offers, so take advantage. It's probably one of the last ones that we'll do. Again, it's $600 for two 2025 one-year readings, whatever tickers or crypto you want. If you're interested in that, message me on the site or message me on Discord, and I'll set you up with that link. Much love and appreciation goes out to all my angel investors, all my supporters. Blessings. I will see you guys on the next one.